welcome to Recipes Tested. I'm Brianna Robinson, and today I'm going to be sharing the Magnollia Table famous fluffy JoJo's biscuits. I just shared the strawberry shortcake and I thought to myself, what kind of a friend am I if I were not to share the best biscuits ever? They're just the best. About a year ago, I posted what I thought was the best biscuits on the planet, and I will link that here because those biscuits are still really good. There's nothing wrong with them. But I'm just sharing because in my opinion, these ones are just a little bit, just a little bit better. They're so good, so buttery, and just perfect for biscuits and gravy, strawberry shortcake, you name it, these will always be phenomenal. I'm gonna go over the process of how these biscuits are made, give any tips and tricks that I've learned along the way in the video, and then at the end, I'll give a review and let you know if they're love at first bite. So if you wanna see how this recipe turns out, just keep watching and I'll get testing. So the first thing I got going on was cutting up my butter. I followed the instructions on this and cut them into cubes, but honestly, I usually just freeze the butter and then put it into my cheese grater and grate it that way because it's just much easier. And next I sifted in my flour. This is not necessary. My flour's just been really kind of chunky lately, so I just sifted it to get those chunks out, but you don't need to do that. And then I added 2 tablespoons of baking powder, baking soda, and salt, and mixed those in too. And then just combined everything all together. And then I put the butter into my flour mixture and got my pastry cutter and cut those into little tiny pieces. This took a while. This probably took about 7 minutes to get everything all incorporated. Used a spoon to get those off because you don't want to cut your fingers on this. This is not very fun. But if you did the grating method like I mentioned earlier, you won't have to do this step. You'll just have to mix everything all together. It's much easier. And next I got 2 eggs and whisked those all together. And then put that into my flour and butter mixture and mix that up. And once that was all combined, I added in the buttermilk and then just mix that together. And you might need a little bit more buttermilk or a little bit less. It just kind of depends on the day. Baking's not an exact science. You don't have exact ingredients. It can depend on a bunch of humidity and stuff like that. But once it was all mixed together, I covered it with some clear wrap and popped it in the fridge for about 20 minutes. And after that, I floured my surface and got my dough out. It was pretty sticky. I had to flour my hands. This will get you pretty dirty. But I just flattened it out with my hands and kind of made it into I made it about a 1/2 inch thick, and that was about it. I didn't really overthink this. I just tried to really make it not stick because that's not fun. And then I got my cookie cutter, biscuit cutter, and put it onto my baking sheet lined with a silicone mat. And if they touch, they will bake very fluffy. If they don't touch, they will be nice and crispy. But once I got the first dough rolled out, I rolled it all together and this time added a bunch of layers and folded them over to get them to rise a little bit more, because if you don't do that, the more biscuit won't, get all fluffy. But then I brushed them with an egg wash and then baked them. And look how beautiful they are. This is what they look like when they're done. All right, guys, so these are done. I'm so excited. My house smells so good. I'm gonna give it a taste and let you know if it's love at first bite. They're so good. So buttery, so fluffy. It's the butter, guys. I know it's a lot. 3 sticks of butter is a lot, but they're so flavorful and light and crispy. They're just so worth all the calories, all the effort. They're just delicious. Everybody who eats one will love you and thank you. You gotta give these a go, guys. I will leave a link where you can buy this cookbook so that you can make these yourselves. And if you do, leave a comment down below and let me know if you love them just as much, if not more than I do. And don't forget to subscribe while you're here, and I will see you guys with my next video. Bye.